a lot of people would just look at this and say, this is the straw that broke the camel's back. This is just ridiculous now. We've had so many prime ministers' resignation honours, and we're now in the situation where the House of Lords is creaking at the gunnels now. It is overloaded to such a degree that their ship is no longer seaworthy. And I think that this will, in many ways, finish it for a lot of people when they look at the House of Lords.
At least this is... Look, I've got to put it to you, though, that at least some of these honours are directly representative of an individual who won a stonky majority at last general election and not stacking it full of Liberal Democrats again.
Well, yeah, I couldn't agree more. Don't forget that when the Liberal Democrats were, I think virtually all of them got a knighthood. I think there were two that didn't get knighthoods, and I think it's just probably because they'd lost their phones that night. But look, we didn't do that in 1997 when we had a huge majority in the Labour Party. We didn't start whacking people up into the House of Lords. But I have to say, Bob Seeley, God love him, when he was talking about Michael Fabricant, a ghost of a smile flickered across those patrician features. And you think to yourself, if only Fabricant had been in the Lords, can you imagine the ermine and the buttercup hair? It would have been, what a vision.
Fabricant's getting an absolute kick today on here. He's not here to defend himself. He happens to quite like Michael, all right? So
he's a good mate. But the fact is, he's still got 3 different hairstyles for spring, summer, and winter.
Everyone's having a massive pop at him. OK, let's veer it back to Jacob Rees. All right, Steve. Veer it back to
bold and proud.
To Jacob Rees-Mogg now. He's getting a knighthood. Surely you want to issue a congratulatory message to Jacob Rees-Mogg.
As regards the comment from him, as Tony Blair said, we're at our best when we're at our baldest.
Yes, very good.
Jacob Rees is already the honourable. He's got 2 because he's a son of a peer and he's a Privy Councillor. He's an absolute gent. He's a really, really decent bloke, and he deserves everything he can get. But, I mean, again, with Bob, I rather thought that he had a succession title anyway. I'm sure he's got to be the Duke of Aquitaine or something. There's got to be something out there, sort of the Sultan of Somerset. He has to be. But fair play to him. But I have to say, King Charles is going to have repetitive strain injury at this rate. You're going to need Penny Mordaunt holding the sword because there's going to be an awful lot of knighting going on.
OK, talk to me about Nadine Dorries then. Have you got any rumblings as to exactly what's gone on? Because it was only a few hours ago she was doing the media round saying she wasn't going anywhere and the last thing she wanted was a by-election, and then all of a sudden she's gone and there's going to be a by-election.
This is a magnificent 2 fingers, isn't it? This really is. To say, this is my support. I've nailed my colours to the mast. I'm with Boris Johnson, and to hell with the rest of you. I think it's an awful insult to the people of Mid-Bedfordshire. It's a shocking thing to happen because basically they're being used as political pawns in a game here, and I think they're being taken for granted. The problem is, Philip, Esther, myself, anyone who's ever been elected to Parliament knows that you have to respect your constituents. Your country comes first, your constituency comes second, your party comes third. And I think she has made a shocking mistake. It's going to be very, very difficult. I'm not gloating about this, but it's going to be a very, very difficult by-election for the Tories to hold, even with a 23,500 majority.